We're gonna run this bell one more time. One more. Okay. So, over these past couple of years, I want to say I started my journey in 2021. I'll say this. I officially went full force 2022. 2021 was an introductory because it was like, I was so angry with God. I was pissed. I was angry, pissed. My pistosity levels was just all over the place with God, because it's like, you took my grandma, you took my best friend, and those two individuals, Lizzie Hannah and Shamika Franklin, them two babies, ooh, their love was unconditional. They allowed me to evolve. Grandma Liz will have you thinking I'm the president, while Shamika poured into me in a way that the love was unconditional, to the point where she saw my spirit, she saw my heart. I didn't know how to communicate. I just communicated aggressively, or my tone was so aggressive that no one could actually hear me. But I was so hurt and so traumatized, like I couldn't, it was so much coming out because I didn't play. You gonna know how I feel. I would be ready to fight if we needed to. I didn't care. At my grown age, I don't do that no more. But, you know, growth. And you took those people from me, and you left me with people that had conditions with their love. They didn't know how to communicate. They didn't respect the things that I've had, or the vision and purpose that God has for me. And don't get me wrong, the love is genuine. I missed that unconditional and genuine love. So it was just like, I wanted something more. I wanted something greater. And I had just graduated college. I graduated the University of Alabama. I graduated from there with a BA in criminal justice. I don't use it. I'm not even gonna hold you. Don't use it. Still paying for it. Great, right? Because I found my love of hair late, and I was just like, well, I'm already halfway through. There's no sense of just stopping right now. So even if I don't have a plan B, so I'm not even going to speak that into existence. I went for my plan A, the one I was running from, the one that God called me to, not the one that everybody created for me, if that makes sense. But anyways, I still chose to choose God, because one, he's never going to leave nor forsake me. He believes I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. He knew me when he formed me in my mother's womb. Like, okay, maybe I need to give myself more credit. I do know more of the Bible than I'm leading on. Because I was just like, oh, I feel that in my stomach. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's like a feeling just went down. Oh my gosh. Okay. So with that being said, okay. So it's like when, okay, I'm gonna sit in it. Okay. Okay. So like the purpose that he has for me, when I started this journey, I was all over the place. No one would hire me, even when I knew I was qualified. Overly qualified apparently is a thing for real, and I went through that. And so I was like, God, give me something where I can work on your purpose and work at the same time. Because at this point, Leah already had a kid. I just sat down, played house, had a kid, and he is the bee's knees. And I don't know if I'm ever going to show him on here, because one thing about it, I'm going to shoot first and ask questions later. So, yeah, I'm not there yet. And just being able to see the growth in him, I want to protect him at his young age. So, I end up getting a job. One of the best jobs I've had. Great people. despite the things that went down, I'm very thankful for it, because it helped me grow. It helped me receive love. It helped me be a masculine human being. So as that is like, so with that, I was like, okay, I need to start having conversations, because God is out. A seed was planted that I'm just coping, but God is the only one that can heal. And I wanted to experience that healing with God, because obviously he took me through it for a reason. He obviously had me do this for a reason. So with that being said, I'm like, okay. I remember I used to have to be at work at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Look, that is the perfect time, because we used to get 5 a.m. to 1:30, 2 o'clock, depending if we had a 30-minute break or hour break. And I think as down the line during that time, we ended up doing 30-minute breaks, because we was ready to go. Like, we was ready to go. So with that being said, and I loved how we did the 15-minute breaks to stretch and stuff, because baby, we was working. I loved it though. I loved it. I remember the car rides. I remember crying, going to work, because I'm like, God, I am so angry with you. Why did you do that? Why would you take them from me? Like, I understand that they're not ours to keep, but it's like, golly, like, why would you do that? And then within a year of each other, like, why would you do that? And it was just like, as I'm here now, I'm like, I get it. I get it. I had to go through some things, and then they already had fulfilled their purpose. He was done with them, in a sense. Like, it was their time, unfortunately. But for them, I love it, because sometimes this planet can be very ghetto. Like, I completely understand. Go, y'all. Like, I hate to say it like that. I hate to say it like that, but if you really think about it, it's amazing to be on earth, and it's amazing to be on heaven. You just gotta have a different perspective about it. So it's like, eventually with that healing, that's where it comes from, because a lot of people probably would have been triggered by that. And I apologize for triggering you. Go heal. I love you. With that being said, I remember having those conversations. I remember getting into my Bible. I had created, God had me create a journal, 365 days of growth. And I sat there and I did it myself. And I could actually look, and I would actually write down everything that would happen to me every single day. And then I would pour and say, like, what are 3 things, 5 things, 5 things, 7 things that you are grateful for? Like, boom, we're going to start this off right here. I want you to put in the comments 5 things you're grateful for. I'm thankful for the growth. I'm thankful for the generational curses that I feel like spit just flew everywhere, and I apologize if it got on you. So I am thankful for the people that I would be blessing. I'm thankful for the purpose that God called me to, because it's greater than I could ever expect it. Like, if he's already giving me vision and provision about it, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, you mean to tell me this ain't even the full picture? Bet. Say less. And I am thankful for my family, my support system, my village, the ones that are there authentically and healthily, I would say, because I don't play that at all. I don't play that. So I am thankful for those 5 things, and I am praying that you're thankful for something as well, even if it's just a breath in your body, even if it's just to watch this video, even if it's just for the kids that you gave birth to, because they are a reflection of you. Lean into love with these kids. And I'm saying this to myself, because sometimes Julia calls my name 15 million times, and I be like, stop it. But I would rather him call my name than call the streets, and that's just that. I'd rather Junior call my name than the streets, and he's 3. I'd rather it be now than anybody else, because I know I'm going to correct in love just like God corrects me in love. There's God be talking to me through Junior, and it be hilarious, because I be like, I wonder if God be feeling like this when he be talking to us. I was like, oh baby, if you did better, you would have better. You'd be able to do that. And I'd be like, that was a word for me too. So it's just like, as that was happening, I was like, okay, Lord, you're eating. I get it. So what's up? And I was just like, how do you want me to go about this? I remember I used to watch One Powder House. I used to tie to their church, to be a part of their church. Not necessarily be a part, because I have not committed into a church. I'm gonna be honest. I go every blue moon. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, I stay in my Bible. I watch sermons here and now. I love watching Pastor Mike Jr. As well, and Pastor Darius Daniels, and Pastor Stephanie Ike. Those are a few names that has gotten me through a lot of these things. Faith for Miracles, I Don't Need Closure, Stand on Business. Like, y'all, go watch these sermons, and I'll even put a playlist together for y'all that I've watched that's helped me through seasons of my life as well. Because, baby, listen, it was not easy getting here, but I'm thank God that we're here. Period. So as the story continues, 2022 is when I saw a trajectory by myself. I saw the love, the light that was coming out. I was able to be fruitful in my endeavors. I was being able to be more, see more, have more, be able to experience that genuine love. Because even though now that those loved ones are gone, in a sense, I realized it wasn't healthy then either, but it was still used for God's greater purpose. Because one thing about it, if the devil can use it, God can use it too, and that's just period. So I just as I was moving forward, 2022, I ended up going to California for the first time with my son and his father to go visit his family out there, and got to be in the building, got to be in the States and be prophesied over, and just being able to be there. And it's just like, I'm just thankful. Because one thing about it is, two things for sure, I can listen to anybody and I can get a message out of it. Because one thing about it, just take what you need. You don't have to take everything. Take what you need. Take what you need. Because sometimes we take what we want and it's not what we need. So just be careful with what you take, because you'll pay. Everything has a cost, period. Every habit, every decision, everything has a cost. And if you don't realize that, you might want to go back into your life and go backwards and learn for it again, because that's probably something you might be missing. You know. So with that being said, I started getting closer to God. 2022 rolled around, and if I'm not mistaken, I ended up leaving that job. And I was like, okay, yeah, wait, let me make sure I got my time frames right, because I left in 2022 that March, and then I was full-time in my business 6 months. Let me tell you something. When God tell you to do something, you do it. Okay? You do it. So that 6 months came around, doing good, doing great. Had my credit card. Credit card. I had my credit card since 2019, and I had built it up to $9,500. That blew my mind. Of course I messed it up. That's a whole nother story for another day as well. I got a lot of stories to tell y'all. That's wild. So with that being said, end up having that was sustaining me. Maxed it out again, because when I was working at my other job that I was referring to, I had just saved my behind, and I turned around and messed it up again. Good job. So them 6 months, we were good to go. Next thing you know, I messed up the rent thinking that it was a program. Psych. No, it was just a return fee. Didn't even know what that was, because I always paid. Look, life for a while. I'm thinking it's a program because I've never had this happen to me. I never knew what it was. So I'm thinking it's a program. We boom, boom, boom. Had to ask for help. Regret it. But at the end of the day, it still worked out in my favor. Then I turned around and worked at a job. God didn't tell me to go to that job. Let me tell you something. If God tell you not to do something, you listen. Because them 8 months whooped my tail. Them 8 months whooped my tail, because that took us into 2023, and I was still being closer to God. I was still praying. I was still moving and trying to be, have this authentic relationship with God. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know about this. I started seeing people's true colors. I started seeing people's identities. I started seeing people's spirits, and I started seeing the lies before they got to me. I started seeing so much, and it was just like, hold on, God, you're taking me too fast. And so as we're moving forward, I'm over here like, my God. And that's why I've always started to wanting to feel safe with God. That's why I started getting into my Bible more. And when I first started, it was just like in the morning times before I start my day. Like it's gotten to the point now, like I'm not gonna talk to nobody until I talk to God. Like I gotta talk to God first, because He is the forefront. He is the person. He's the Spirit. He's the God. He's the King of Kings. He is the Holy Trinity that is going to get me through whatever day is about to bring me. Doing this keeps me out of jail, because I vote to throw bricks at people's head, but say God said don't be violent, so I can't do that. So I'm sitting here like, well, guys, you're gonna have to help me, because a lot of people be tripping and I be ready to pop, and you can't do that. So can't do that. So just to keep it a buck, I'm like, God, I need to talk to you every single morning before my feet touch the floor. Go into that prayer closet, go into that Bible. Right now I'm in Job, so He's basically teaching me what happened, because I always prayed about it. I was just like, God, I don't understand why you took me through that. What was the purpose? Because that hurt. that ow, like, why would you do that? So 2023 May, I left my last job, and I can be blessed to say that I have been full-time through all the negative account balances, through all the needing to rob Peter and pay Paul. Like, when I tell you, like, all of this, I know that it's building for greater. I know that it's building for more. So now we're here and we're fruitful. Our fruits of the Spirit are showing. God is raising me. I'm in things that I never saw myself thinking to be in. I'm in fashion shows. I'm dancing in fashion shows. My God, my third book is coming out. Like, God, it's nothing but God. Like, it's nothing but God. And I'm trying to keep it real with you. Like, this was not easy. Like, this hurt. Like, when I tell you, there was many times I wanted to die. I wanted to commit suicide. Trigger warning, my bad, it was a little late. But there was times where I just did not want to be here anymore. And now to see the beauty in this earth, to see the beauty in what God has called, to see the beauty and pray over your enemies, to pray over the people that once was in your life and no longer in your life, to be able to pray over yourself when you're not doing good. Because sometimes I'm the type of person to give you the shirt off my back. I will stress myself thin to see that you are okay. But there are some days where you mess around and find out. I'm not even gonna hold you, and I'm still working on that. And I don't regret it, because it is what it is. Because sometimes you reach 491. And when you reach 491, you gotta go. You're gonna get what you've been missing. Oh, okay, so on this camera, there's a grid. And I was trying to figure out why it was slanted. But the phone is slanted. But I don't care. But anyways, it's like now I'm in a place where I can see people for their spirits. I can see the love and the light and the joy, and not feel embarrassed by anything or feel hurt. Well, nah, that's a lie. Not necessarily feel hurt, but I understand. I have a better understanding. I have better wisdom. I have better knowledge to move forward. It may hurt for a minute, but it's not something that I'm a stay in, because the thing is, once I get out of it, I stay out of it. That's where my journey come from. I was like, God, do not give it to me until I've learned. Don't give it to me until you deem me ready. I don't care if I throw an attitude tantrum. What SpongeBob used to say, when he was like, don't give it to you when Mr. Krabs needed something, and he was like, but you told me. Oh, when Mr. Krabs was taking Miss Puff on dates, and he was like, don't spend too much money, and he was like, she needs it, I told you not to do. And then at the end, you were like, you told me, I told you not to do it. I didn't want that for myself. I wanted God to be able to use me fruitfully and diligently and be the vessel that He has called me to be. You see what you kind of see where I'm going? Like, I know that at some point I was working on sobriety. I know that I'm sober now, by the way. I don't like alcohol. Like, I may like a little wine every now and then, but even that makes me feel icky. So I don't do that anymore. I don't smoke anymore. So thank God for that, because and we could have a whole video on that as well. So we got a lot to talk about during this time frame and during this season. And I just pray that it serves you well, and I pray that it brings light and joy, and just to be able to use this testimony to be that and have that and see that and be diligent with that, because this is not, I can't take credit for this. Like, I can't take credit for none of these. Only thing that I can take credit for is saying yes. Because God, say no if you want to. God gonna get somebody else to do it. I'm just being honest. Like, you say no, you act like God ain't got many people to use, and then even then, he may not even accept your no. He still will make you grow up anyway. And a lot of us, including myself, need to grow up. And even though I already feel like I'm grown up, I know there's more levels and I'm not done. So it's like, we got to keep doing what it do. But I pray that this testimony, I pray that this helps you. And if you want a more in-depth on certain things that I talked about, I would love to do that. And I just pray that you guys have an amazing day. I pray that this serves you well. I pray that all the things that you're looking for and coming into agreement with, I pray that it is of God. I pray that you break the things that God did not call you to come into agreement with. And I just pray that whatever is for you, it is for you. And I pray that it serves you well, that it heals you, that it helps you. Because of one thing's about it and two things for sure, this is a beautiful spot to be in, and I am not playing. So I just pray that I can be able to be that vessel or be that stepping stone for you to get to who you need to get to, and be that connector or be the person that helps you grow into that person. So I just love y'all, and I thank y'all for y'all time. I thank y'all for being here. I pray that this serves well, and I love you, and I thank you in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Love y'all. Bye.